I'm selling a palm garden in paradise. I'll throw in 3 houris on top of it. I'll tell you the price at the end of the video. If tomorrow morning the whole world woke up and it was announced that there is no heaven, no hell, would you still remain a good person? Be honest for a moment. How many of those who pray would still pray? How many of those who give charity would still give charity? How many of those who avoid sin would still avoid sin? Maybe what we've called morality our whole lives isn't actually morality. Maybe it's just a contract. I'll be good, you reward me. I'll stay away from sin, you don't punish me. That is the topic we're discussing today, because one of the most dangerous lies in the world is the lie a person tells themselves. I am a good person. Maybe you're not a good person. Maybe goodness simply suits you. Human beings are strange creatures. The same way they calculate a discount at the supermarket, sometimes they calculate their conscience the same way. Feed a hungry person, help a poor person, perform an act of worship. Then inside, an invisible ledger opens up. I did this. God, now it's your turn. Give me what I'm owed. We don't say this out loud, but most of us live this way on the inside. The real problem isn't doing good. The problem is doing good together with a price list, because when goodness is put on the market, it's no longer goodness. It becomes a product, and products have prices. In this video, we'll talk about that price. Nietzsche gave it a name: slave morality. According to Nietzsche, if fear governs a person's behavior, that person is not free. Whether it's fear of the police, fear of the neighbor, fear of hell, it doesn't matter. A person governed by fear may appear moral, but they are not moral. They are simply cautious. Imagine a man who doesn't steal because there's a camera. Would you call him an honest man? No, he simply doesn't want to get caught. Nietzsche's question is this: is your goodness also for the camera? Except that camera's name is hell. If the answer is yes, then we're not talking about morality. We're talking about surveillance. Now Kant steps onto the stage. Kant's question is simple. What makes an act moral? Its outcome? Its gain? Its reward? No. Kant said a person must do what is right because it is right. That's simple. If goodness is done only with the expectation of gain, it has no moral value, because the goal is not goodness, it's gain. Kant's logic brings us before a brutal question. If there is no reward, does the deed remain? If there is no hell, does the conscience remain? If there is no heaven, does goodness remain? If everything collapses, then the foundation of the building was never morality. It was accounting. That is why Kant judges not the person, but the character, because sometimes even the cleanest looking act can carry the most hidden self-interest. At this point, someone will object. True, I expect a reward, but I still do good. Isn't that better than doing evil? Of course it's better. Goodness done for reward is better than evil, but that's not the point. The question is, are you good, or does being good simply benefit you? These two things are not the same. The first is conscience. The second is strategy. The first creates a human being. The second creates a merchant. Jiddu Krishnamurti went even further. He said, where there is fear, there is no love. Think about it. If you do good only because you fear punishment, then the evil inside you hasn't died. It's simply been put in a cage. When the cage opens, what happens? True character is revealed precisely at that moment. According to Krishnamurti, when a person is free from the mechanisms of reward and punishment, for the first time they stand face to face with their own conscience. And at that moment, goodness is no longer a duty. It becomes the person's nature. Something interesting happens here, because this critique is not against religion. It comes from within religion. Rabia al-Adawiyya said, I want to burn paradise and extinguish hell. Why? So that people come to know God not for reward, but for love. These words were spoken centuries ago, but they carry the same power today, because humans change, their fears change, their interests change, but the merchant inside them does not. The final verdict is delivered by Hazrat Ali. He said, one group worships for reward. This is the worship of merchants. One group worships out of fear. This is the worship of slaves. One group worships out of love for God. This is the worship of lovers. One sentence, but the summary of the entire video. Notice, the merchant wants to gain. The slave wants to be saved. The lovers of God simply do good, selflessly. Now, the thinking man returns to the question asked at the beginning of the video. If tomorrow it were announced that there is no heaven and no hell, would you still do good? I cannot answer this question. Neither can Nietzsche, neither can Kant. Only you can answer it. Because the price of that palm garden in paradise is not paid with money. It is measured by your character. If your goodness only lives alongside reward, you are doing business. If your goodness lives even without reward, you are living for God. Now look at yourself. Are you a merchant or a lover? Face yourself in the comments. And if you have friends who can digest this truth, send them the video. Let's see what they think.